Hello, everyone. I am so sorry about the couple of technical difficulties we had getting started, but I am so thrilled to have you here. I'm so happy you're setting aside time to dream tonight. I'm so happy that we get to spend this time and be intentional together about what we want to do with our future and where we want to go and what we see happening. So first things first, I want to make sure that we create that space so we can dream in it. So what that looks like, make sure you're in a quiet space, whether that means you're turning off the TV or you're going into a space where you won't have your kids or your husband or your roommate bothering you when you are setting these intentions for the night. And maybe it's also lighting a candle, getting a glass of wine or a cup of tea or a cup of coffee, whatever you need to create this space. I have my favorite candle going right now. I have my essential oils. I love lemongrass. That's one of my favorites right now. And so take some time, create that space for you. Also, take this time to go grab a pen and your favorite notepad, because this is an action-oriented time tonight for us to dream together. It's time for you to actually write down those plans and what you want to happen for the fall, because it's almost 2018. And so what do you want to do with the rest of this time before 2018 rolls around? And so go take some time to do that. And I am going to get the slides up here for you. They are not the prettiest by any means, but I'm going to get those added up here in just a second. Oh, and I also have to show you, in case you're wondering, vision board, what does it look like? It's something like this. This is one of my many vision boards that I have. And so that's just an example for you of what it's like. So let's see here. I'm going to go ahead and screen share with you. Let's do this. And okay, so this should be working now. And so once you take the time to go and get everything that you need, then we'll get started here. So like I said, I'm sorry we're running a little late, but I will make up for that because I want this to be an intentional time for you. So just to put everything into perspective for tonight, how you know if you're in the right place. This is for you if you don't know what a vision board is, but you have dreams swirling around in that beautiful mind of yours that you want to breathe life into. This is for you tonight if you don't think you have dreams, but you want to discover what some of them might be. And you want a safe space to do that in, and you want someone to guide you through that. This is also for you if you are ambitious, if you are hungry for life, and you want to create a vision and dreams for your life that you want to focus in on. And then also to level set expectations for tonight. This is not going to be for you if you've made tons of vision boards already and you are well experienced in vision boards and manifesting and all of that. This is going to be for the beginner. So if you want to listen while you're creating your own vision board for maybe some new vision you have for your life, this would be the perfect thing to listen to as you're doing that, or to have friends over and have this playing in the background. So that is a couple things I just wanted to go over with you real quickly. And then now I just want you to settle into the space that you're in. So that quiet space you created, take a deep breath in. 1, 2, 3, out. 1, 2, 3. Take another deep breath in. 1, 2, 3, and out. 1, 2, 3. Just close your eyes and take some time to settle into this space tonight. I know it's been a crazy weekend with the holiday weekend and everything that might have been going on today, but this is your time. So with that, let's get started. So who am I? Who is this girl that's going to be spending the next few minutes with you and taking you through this, what a vision board is and the vision for your dreams. And I am just from a small town in Minnesota. I grew up outside of the cornfields in Mankato, and as I went down my own life path, I became a professional women's life coach. So I help women who are currently avoiding their lives start to own their lives and really get a grasp on what they want and stop resisting every piece of overwhelm that comes their way and blocks them and keeps them stuck from going after what they really want. So, like I said, I'm here today to show you a little bit about how to design a life you truly love and doing that through vision boards. So does that mean you're going to love your life 110% of the time going forward after this, after you have a clear vision? Absolutely not. We're all imperfect, but it does mean that you're going to see the potential in your own life, and you're going to see what possibilities are for you and how to create that vision for the life that you want. So, like I said, I'm just a Minnesota girl. I was born and raised watching Oprah and fell in love with men's college basketball. And somewhere along the way, I ended up in Wisconsin for college. After graduation, I was so excited to start my career at Target Corporate in downtown Minneapolis, all about that red and khaki. Throughout my time there, though, I realized that being a buyer wasn't what I was meant to do. I knew that there was something bigger for me out there. I knew that there was something that I hadn't fully tapped into yet. And so I took a big detour to the left, and I followed a passion of mine, which is life coaching. I hired my own life coach. I went through life coach training at CTI and also trained with New York Times bestselling author Gabrielle Bernstein and spiritual coach there. And from there, I started my business as a women's life coach and speaker, where I get the amazing opportunity to help women live lives they truly love all throughout the world. What I really love about what I do also is when I have women that I work with tell me, Amanda, 30 minutes with you is better than the last 2 months I spent seeing my therapist. You guys, when I hear that, I just scream inside. That is so exciting, because that means that these women are moving forward and they're taking action and they're working towards that vision that they have for their life. So, a couple other notes about me. Like I said, I grew up in southern Minnesota, and I am now living in the Twin Cities of Minnesota, and I have a really incredible family, and I'm going to show you some of them on the next slide here. So hashtag real life. So this is me and some of the most important aspects of my life. And so if you look to the side of me, that is my little rescue pup, Boots. And he is with a bow tie on. He is just 2 there, so he's almost 3 now. And so he's my little doxy, and he is a ball of fun and crazy energy, and I love his puppy snuggles. And then that is also right next to him, that is me with Boots at Christmas. Christmas is my most favorite time of the year. If every day could be Christmas, I would be in heaven 24/7. And then right below them are my sweet and loving parents, and they are the ones that keep the whole crew to right next to them together. So those 6 amazing men right there, those are my incredibly loving and supportive and just fun-loving guys that I get to call my older brothers. So I adore each and every one of them, and I am so proud to have them as my brothers. And then just right above them is my little dog again in his little minion costume, because he's got some really good outfits I love to share with him. And then above that is just a picture of my brother and I when he got his master's and getting a hug, and hugs are so important. I just really believe that love is what is going to change this world, and if everyone could love more and just be more kind, that is how we're going to change this world to be a more loving place. And so that's a little bit about me. The people you don't see pictured on here who are incredible in my life are my 5 sisters-in-law, my nieces and nephews. I've got 10 of them, one more on the way. And so I absolutely adore them. And then also all of my incredible friends that are not on here, but that is just a little bit about me on here. So what our agenda is for tonight. So we're going to go over what is a vision board, what in the world, I showed you a picture of mine in the beginning, but what in the world is a vision board? How do I create one? And what do I do with this vision board after it's created? You know, you've got all these pretty pictures and these words, so what do you do with it afterwards? How do you actually make it happen? So, my darling, that is what we are going to be going over tonight. So, what is a vision board? Right, it's as simple as it's a board that holds the desires of your heart. It's everything that you want in your life. So these are a couple pictures of my vision boards. And so vision boards can be really personal. Your dreams are personal. When was the last time you shared a dream that you had with someone? It might really be hard for you to remember. Maybe you've never done it. But you guys, this is exactly why vision boards are so important, because sometimes we don't feel comfortable sharing them, but we need to breathe life into your dreams, into your vision, into your intentions for what you want to do with your time on this planet. And so this vision board, you'll see with that one on the left or right, either one, on either side, a couple things that I put on my vision board. I have on there, I listed the guide, which is kind of hard to see there. But the guide is what I have on there because of the role that I have as a women's life coach and how I guide women through different transitions they're going through different areas of their life, how to create more balance, less overwhelm, and just time for themselves so they can be the truest, best expression of who they are. And then you also have on there the change makers. So that's right up at the top in the middle. And the change makers, that's all about who you are. Be a change maker. Don't do life the way your friends do it. Don't do life the way your parents say you should do it. Don't do life the way your neighbor thinks you should do it. Be a change maker. Be the change that, I think it's the quote, be the change that you want to see happen in the world. Don't do what everyone else does. Individualization, think about what makes you you. It's so easy to fall into the rut of what everyone else does or what the normal quote unquote is, but be a change maker for whatever you want to see. I also have on here life lessons, and this one is a really neat story behind it because I had put this on here before something had happened in my life where I had written an article that got picked up by the Huffington Post and featured on there, which I was so incredibly thrilled about, to be featured on the Huffington Post with an article I wrote. And then I realized that the name of that article, I named it all about the life lessons that I had in the past year. And then I had life lessons on here. And it's just such a great reminder of how your vision board comes to fruition, how you manifest what you want to happen, and how you can make that happen. I also have on here in big words, fearless, because I want to be fearless in how I live my life every day. I want to be fearless in the dreams that I go after. I want to embody the feeling of being fearless, because all fear really is it's false evidence appearing real. And it's not real. It's not a part of who you are. It's not a part of your vision. So why give it that power? So that is why I have that on there. I also have Rising Strong on here because that is by my favorite author, Brene Brown. She is brilliant in everything that she writes. And this is just a reminder of the work that she does and how it's impacted me and the lessons I share with people in my life through her work. And then also Rising Strong, you're going to get knocked down a million times. You're going to fail a million times, but the gifts of failure are what keep me going. And then I also have on here, don't just think about your future, own it. Absolutely. That is exactly what we are doing here tonight. We are owning that future. We are owning that vision. We're creating it. It's such a beautiful thing. And so that's just a little bit about one of my personal vision boards that I'm sharing with you tonight. Another thing that I have to share with you around vision boards is really around my mom and a vision board workshop that we went to. Yeah, can you believe it? There are vision board workshops and they are incredible. And I went to this one a couple years back and I thought this would be the perfect thing for my mom and I to do. She loves the creative side. She's an artist, she's a teacher, she's a librarian, but she loves being creative with her art and she's so talented. And then me, well, I'm all about intention setting and goals and visions and dreaming big and creating that plan for your life. And so I'm like, what a perfect opportunity for us to do this together. It takes what she loves and it takes what I love and puts it together. So I thought that was perfect for us. And so we went to this vision board workshop and there was this beautiful seminar beforehand. And then they kind of let us loose to go start creating our vision. And as I was gathering all the magazines and all the different things I wanted to put on my blank canvas, I look over at my mom. And sweet Mama Sue, she is just staring at her blank canvas. And I look at her and then I look back and I keep going and I look again. No, she's not moving. She's just sitting there. I go, Mom, what's up? And she goes, well, I don't get it. I go, what do you mean you don't get? What do you want to put on your vision board? She goes, well, I don't know what I'm supposed to put on there. Number one, it's not what you're supposed to put on there. This is not what I should do with my life. It's what you want to do with your life. And number two was that I had told her, Mom, go ahead and put your dreams on there, put your goals on there. What do you want to do in your life? All of that. And then she goes, well, I don't know. And that struck a chord in me. That struck a chord in me because I thought, my mom doesn't, like, she doesn't know what to put on there. And as I explained more about it, well, then my mom just went to town with putting everything on there. She was cutting things out left and right. And she had her whole board filled out beautifully, pictures and words on top of one another. And she completely, finished before I even did. And then I got to thinking that, you know what? The reason my mom probably wasn't able to start going right away in terms of thinking about her dreams, what she wanted to do, all of that. And this isn't confirmed with her, but my mom has been such a supporter of everyone else's dream. She's always been taking care of everyone else so much, being a mom of 7 kids and grandkids, and now all of our pets that are her grandpups, and then she's got all of her school kids and being a librarian. She's constantly putting others first, constantly taking care of others. And so if you find yourself in that spot too, just know that you can start dreaming for your future. It's never too late. And that as important as it is to take care of the people that you love, you're important too. And you can have your own dreams too. You don't have to sit on the sideline and support everyone else's dreams for their life. So that is a little encouragement for you as we start dreaming together tonight, that even if you think you don't have a dream, you do. It's inside of you. It is absolutely there. It just takes some digging for you to figure out what that is. So what do I put on my vision board? You put your goals, whether that is short-term, long-term goals. What intentions do you have for your life? What do you want to cultivate in your life? What do you want more of in your life? What are your big picture dreams? Do you want to travel to every continent? Do you want to start a nonprofit? Do you want to learn how to make the best Mexican fajitas you have ever had? Do you want to take a wine class? Do you want to run a half marathon or a marathon? Do you want to start to do yoga? Do you want to get healthier? Maybe you want to lose 10 pounds. Whatever one of your goals or dreams are, they could be in all areas of your life too. So think about, whether it's personal growth, what do you want to be? How do you want to be? And thinking about what unique gifts you bring to this world, whether it's with your relationships. How do you want your relationships with your family to be? What do you want your family life to look like? What's a dream you have for your family? What's a dream you have for the time that you spend with your friends? Is there, a trip you want to go on? Is there a routine you want to start doing with them? Maybe it's with your spouse. Do you have a goal of every Saturday morning having sit down, two-handed coffee with your spouse every morning and really taking time to connect for 30 minutes in the morning without being rushed around with your to-do lists? And then think about, that your area of spirituality. What do you want there? How do you want to feel? How do you want to connect to God and to your faith and what drives you deep in your soul? And then finances. What are some dreams you have around finances and goals you have there? And what does that look like? And then once you think about all those different areas of your life, it's also important to think about the values you have. So are there certain values you have around loving others or honesty or, respect and listening to others, and whatever your values as a person are, maybe those are some of the things you want to put in your vision board. And then think about, how do you want to feel in your life every single day? How do you want to feel? Because you can control that. And behind every goal and dream you have, there is a feeling that you're going after. And there's an exercise I do with women where we get exactly down to what that feeling is behind every goal and dream. So some of those feelings that you might want to have could be, you want to feel unstoppable. You want to feel encouraging. You want to feel hopeful. You want to feel inspired. Maybe you want to feel joy or lightness, or you want to feel limitless or authentic. Maybe you want to feel more balance in your life and you want to feel more confidence. I love feeling curious in all aspects of my life. So curiosity is a huge core desired feeling for me. Maybe you want to feel more fulfilled in what you're doing with your life and how you're spending your time. Or maybe you want to feel a sense of freedom and not like you have to do this or that or the other thing. So how do you want to feel every day of your life? Whether that's a picture that you find or a word that describes it, that would be something you put on your board. And then also, what do you want your future to look like? What does that future look like for you? And then we're going to go on to the next one here of step 1. So when you think about your vision board, there are 3 steps we're going to go through here. And the first step is all around the time frame of your board. So what do you want the time frame of your board to be? Is it a short-term or a long-term board? Is it just for the year, or is it for, 20 years down the road? And you can decide whatever you want it to be. I have multiple vision boards, so I like to do one every year, but then I have a long-term one as well. So you get to decide, what do you want right now your vision board to be the next one you work on? And then what are your goals and dreams? So this is where I want you to take out your pen and your notepad and actually write this down. So I'm going to leave time for you to write this down. So I want you to think about, what does your heart desire most? And journal about that. What does your heart desire most? So dig deep within your soul and think about, what does your heart desire most? Then, if time and money were unlimited, what would you want to do? If time and money were unlimited, what would you want to do? What would you want to go after? So many times people say that time and money are the two things holding them back, but you have the power to change that. It's all a mind shift. And then, what is a dream that you have that you haven't shared with anyone yet? A personal story about this, I just shared one of those dreams a couple weeks ago that I had never shared with anyone. And as soon as I started speaking it out loud, it became so real, and it made me want that to actually happen so incredibly more than anything I have ever wanted in my life, where it brought me to tears thinking about it. And it still does as I say it out loud. And it is something that is the reason behind what I work towards in my life. So what is a dream that you have that you haven't felt comfortable sharing with anyone? Because sharing your dreams, it takes vulnerability and it takes courage. And that's okay if you aren't there yet. But what's that dream that you haven't shared with anyone? And then what would you do if you weren't afraid? What would you do if you weren't afraid? What would you do if you weren't afraid to fail? And after you write down your dreams, follow up with these 3 questions for each goal that you have, each dream that you listed out. So for each one of those 4 that you listed out or more, I want you to answer these 3 questions. What types of things would I be doing if I had achieved my goal? So what types of things wouldn't I be doing if I had achieved my goal or dream? So maybe it's you hate driving an hour to work and back from work in a soul-sucking job that you don't care about. Is that something you wouldn't be doing anymore if you achieved your dream or your goal? Or maybe it's, I wouldn't be having to spend time with people that I don't connect with on a regular basis, or maybe some negative people that are bringing me down. Or maybe it's, I wouldn't have to be doing X, Y, and Z job if I had a dream, if I had achieved my goal of becoming a florist or opening my own shop or whatever that might be. And then how would I feel if I achieved my goal? So back to those feelings I was talking about. Would you feel back to a sense of strength? Would you feel supported? Would you feel vibrant? Would you feel romantic? Would you feel positivity? Would you feel a sense of peace? Would you feel overjoyed? Would you feel refreshed? Would you feel renewed? Maybe you would feel more warmth or vivacious, or a sense of unity and connection. What would you feel? And then how would life be better or different once you achieve your goal? So for each one of your dreams, you go through and you answer each one of these questions. So take time right now to do that. Guys, this is all on the proactive side of taking back your life. It's owning your life, like I had talked about, that I had on my vision board. If you think about it, life is like any sort of sports game. You want to be on the offense in life. You don't want to play on the defense and focus on stopping others or tearing down others or focusing on others. You want to be on the offense of your life and focusing on how you are going to push your dreams and push where you want to go and be hungry for how you want to get there to win the game of your own life. It's not focusing on others, it's focusing on you and how you want to get there. And this is the beginning step. Step one of identifying what your dreams are is the first step of being on the offense of life instead of being on the defense and making excuses and tearing others down. Be on the offense of life. Okay, so then step two of creating your vision and your vision board. These are all the different types of resources you want to have for this. So some of the resources that I use on a regular basis and I recommend to others. So any sort of pictures. So personal pictures that you have developed, those are great things to pick out, whether it's of people or things in your life that have special meaning to you. Quotes are another great thing to add. I love getting little quote cards from Michael's. Actually, they have this great line of stationery and planning stuff, and they have these really great quote cards there that you can get. And then also any sort of quotes from, I like Zig Ziglar, I like John Wooden, I like Brene Brown, and Oprah quotes are my absolute favorite. And so there's plenty of quotes. Also online printables. So if you go to Pinterest and you type in online printables, even if you type in vision board printables, there are some great resources there that are free and you just print them all out. And magazines, I save all my magazines, but I should warn you, the only magazines I get are Oprah magazines. And so I do really enjoy those, and I save them all. Before I throw them away, I go through and I tear out anything that I might want for a future vision board, and I love doing that. So magazines, I know some libraries have free magazines, or even if you have a half-price bookstore by you, you can get some magazines there really cheap. So that's another option. As for your board, you can make it any size you want. So it can be a 5x7 that you actually frame and have on your desk, or it can be a big white canvas. I get those at Michael's as well. I normally get the 2-pack, but you can get whatever size you want depending on where you want to put it. And then other things like scissors and glue. I love double-sided tape for doing my vision board. Also, stickers are a lot of fun. Markers, I love Sharpie markers. Those are some of my favorite to use to write different things on there. Like some of the things that I wrote on my most recent one were around, I wrote grateful heart and prayer, and what else on there? Oh, connect soul deep with others. So those are just some of the things that, if you can't find it in a picture or a quote or in a magazine, what do you want to write on there? And so those are some of the resources for step two that you want to gather before you create your board. And then step three is this is the fun part, guys. It's all fun, but this is the getting creative part. So even if you don't think you're creative, this is all about designing your future. You get to play around with things and get messy and organize it how you want it to look, overlap certain things. This is just such a fun part. This is the best part, where even if you were to get together with all of your friends, if you weren't putting together your board right now, you could have your own vision board party workshop, or where you just have all your friends or all your sisters or your mom and grandma over, and you all create your own vision board. I've done that with friends before, and it's a lot of fun. And then, so you created your board. Now what? What do you do with it? So there are a lot of different things you can do with it. I like to have my vision board in my bedroom, so it's the first thing I see when I wake up in the morning, and it is what I look at before I go to bed at night. So that connects me with what my purpose is. That connects me with what my vision is. Because if you want to make a change in your life, you have to have a compelling vision. And if you want to make a change in your life, you have to not only have a compelling vision, but you have to know what the reason is behind your vision. So it's having a vision, knowing what the reason is behind your vision, and then staying connected to your vision on a regular basis. So when you think about a vision board, the reason you're creating it is because it's a dream, it's a goal, it's something you don't have. So you want to create a change. And that's why you create this vision. And then you have to know your why behind that vision. So what is it? Why is it important? What's the compelling reason behind this vision you're creating with your vision board? And then how do you connect with it on a regular basis? So if it's a physical board, like I said, I like to have it in my room, so it's the first thing I see when I wake up in the morning. I also love meditating over my vision every morning, so that's something I also do. If you decide to do a digital vision board, so you could do it in Photoshop, you could do a Pinterest style vision board, or some sort of word collage, or whatever that looks like. You could also use that as your background on your desktop, or you could use it as the background on your phone. Or if you create a physical vision board, you can take a picture of it and then have that as the background on your phone. So there are so many ways that you can be connected to your vision on a daily basis, and that is what you need in order to create the vision that you want for your life, because you want to have that change. And in order to have that change, the three things that I said you need are a vision, a compelling reason behind that vision, and connecting with it. And in order to do those three things, that is what's going to lead you to then raising your standard. So the reason you want to raise your standard is because you want to create a change. And the reason that you're raising your standard is because that change and that vision and what you see for your life is so important. So how do you raise your standard? It all starts with daily habits. It all starts with daily habits that come off of what your vision is. So what are daily habits that lead towards your vision that will then lead to the higher standard you have for yourself and what you want to have in life, or what you want to be in life? And so as you think about this vision board, it's really important to think about some things that happen around your dreams and your goals. You want to surround yourself with people that matter. You want to surround yourself with big dreamers. Your dreams are not for small-minded people. You are the average of the 5 people you spend your time with. I'm sure you've heard that a million times. But if you're the average of the 5 people you spend your time with, that means that you'll tend to do similar things to the people you spend the most of your time with, right? So if all 7 of your friends are broke, well, honey, you're probably going to be going number 8 as the most broke in your group of friends. Or if 8 of your friends smoke, well, honey, you're probably going to be number 9. So surround yourself with the people that push you forward in life. Surround yourself with the people that make you want to be a better version of yourself. Surround yourself with the people that will help you visualize your dreams, that want to support you in making your dreams happen, not the ones that tear you down, not the ones that are small-minded. Your dreams are for big-minded people with big hearts. And even though I was telling you it takes vulnerability to share your dreams with other people, think about who you share your dreams with, because people have to earn the right to hear your dreams and what's important to you and earn your trust. They aren't for just anyone. if they're that important to you and you know, might have some hesitancy around sharing them, you don't have to share them. Share with who you feel comfortable with. And surround yourself with people who lift you up and cheer you on in your life. Okay, so a couple last things. One thing actually that I just want to end with. And this was the other day I was working at a local coffee shop. And as I was working there on some different plans, action plans for some of the women I'm working with, what happened was I was sitting there and I was sipping my coffee and I was working on this, that, and the other thing. And there was this woman that came in and she could barely walk. And she came to get her coffee and it took her so long to walk to the door to leave. And as she was wobbling out of that coffee shop door, I thought to myself, I am blessed. I have so many things that I can do right now. This woman was in her 70s or 80s. And I thought, when I'm that age, when it's hard for me to walk around, what am I going to wish that I did now? What am I going to wish that I took action on now that I might not be able to do later? What am I waiting for? What am I resisting? And that is when I really dug into what's important to me, because when I am 70 or 80 years old, God willing that I get there, and I'm wobbling around trying to hold on to my coffee, I don't know what that woman's life was like before she got to be that age, but I hope it was so fulfilling. And I know that what I want my life to be like, I want to be something that I look back and I'm proud of. I want to be something that I know I gave it 110%. I want it to be something that I know I was reaching for in my dreams and I was not settling. And that is what I want for you. I want you to dream big. I want you to know that you matter and that your dreams matter and that your intentions for life matter and that none of it's silly. None of it's like, why should I spend time on that? I've got bills to pay. Yeah, we all have bills to pay, but that doesn't mean that that takes away your right to dream and your right to live a life that you love, to live your best life, feeling good in your body and soul, and being worthy of a life that you love. So as you think about all of these things that maybe some of them are really big dreams that you put on your list and that you want to add to your vision board. And now you look back and you're like, that kind of seems impossible. Everything was impossible until someone did it. Going to the moon, that was impossible until it happened. Creating electricity, Edison, that was impossible until he did it. Everything in life is impossible until someone does it. So don't tell yourself no. Don't take yourself out of the game. You can do anything that you set your mind to. And anything is possible for you. And I just want you to embody that and know that you can do this. I always like to say, anything is possible with God on my side. Whatever I can do, he'll come through and help me do it. And so that is what I want you to take with you, with whatever you're resisting or whatever you think is too big to do. A lot of times when we think that we can't do something, that's when our ego comes in and plays a nasty little voice inside our head. And then I remind myself, ego, all it is it's edging God out. It's taking God out of the equation and thinking you can do everything on your own. But when you have God on your side, that is when miracles happen. That is when your vision board becomes a reality. That is when you own your life. And so that is what I want to leave you with tonight, after what you can do with your board after you create it. So questions, I had a couple people write in with questions ahead of time. So I just want to share those in case they're the same questions that you might have. So I had Ashley write in, she asked, do I have to use pictures with my vision board? You don't have to use pictures. You can definitely do a vision board with all words on it. My last one I did actually has mostly words on it. So that is definitely something that you can do. But pictures, words, whatever makes it feel most authentic to you. That is what you want to use. And then I had Jenna write in with a question. Can I make more than one vision board? Absolutely. If you want to make a vision board for just your career, or if you want to make a vision board just for your upcoming wedding that you're planning, or if you want to make a vision board for your business or health and wellness, absolutely, you can make as many as you want. And then Michelle asked, what's the difference between a dream and a wish? So a dream is something you work towards. A dream is something that you feel, you embody, and you take action towards making it happen. A wish is a hope. It's having hope that something might happen, maybe could happen, but it's not backed by any action. And that is the difference between a dream and a wish. And Jessica asked, if I put something on here, will it happen? What I have to say about that is it has to be a pure intention that you're working towards. So it has to be something that you truly believe in and that you take action towards and have a pure, honest intention behind the reason why. And if you are connected to the pure intention behind what you put on your board, then you will make that happen. You will make it happen. If it's a pure intention, it will happen. And those are the questions I had for tonight. And so just, if you want to contact me for anything, I have all of my contact information for you here. So as a life coach, I definitely help women with dreaming for their lives, creating their vision and their life purpose statement, and creating more balance in their life. And all of that is on here. I actually have, tomorrow is starting Take Back Your Life Challenge. And so you can go to, you can go to Amanda Belke on Instagram. All social media is at Amanda Belke, and you can find more information on that in the profile link. And then my gift to you, I am going to be sending you my go-to essentials for vision board resources. So I'm going to send you all of that and my dream questions to help you understand what your dreams are for your life, besides the questions that I shared with you in this. And I'll also be sending out the replay to this, so you'll have all of those questions as well. And that is just my gift to you for spending this time. I also really want to acknowledge you for spending time dreaming for your future tonight. I know it's not easy to set that time aside, but it's something that is so important. If you really want to have the dreams and goals and intentions for your life come to fruition, you have to set aside time like this to make that happen. And so, like I had promised, there is a special bonus that I am so thrilled to share with you. And that is 50% off any of the 3 coaching packages I have listed at amandabelke.com/workwithamanda. So this is something super special that I am so excited to share only with you for the next 48 hours. It's so simple to get this. All you have to do, I wanted to make this so easy for you. Just type in the subject line, dream big, within the next 48 hours, and you can get 50% off a coaching package of your choice. And that is my gift for you, for taking the time to dream big, for being hungry about life and what you want to go after. And I want to support you on your journey. I want you to have the best experience in your life that you can have. And so that is why I'm doing this, because I want to be there for you. And then I also, I really want to extend gratitude to you tonight for all of you that are in a situation that that's hard to get through, in a situation where you feel stuck, where you feel like you have nowhere to go, where you feel like, I just don't know what to do. My gratitude for you is having you here tonight, for taking that first step, because it's small steps like this first step tonight that time after time you are going to change your standard. You are going to create a change in your life when you continue doing these small steps. So I'm grateful for you being here tonight. And then just if you're curious a little bit more about if life coaching is for you, if you're deeply craving balance and fulfillment in your everyday life, if you feel like you're blocked, if things have come up in your life where it's blocking you from making a change that you want and you want guidance to get unstuck in your life coaching is absolutely for you. And maybe you want to create a future that's full of possibility in a safe and honest environment, and you don't have anyone you can currently talk to that way. It's like when I coach with women, it's like your best friend on your couch with a glass of wine, but she's actually making you take action in your life, and you actually see results, not just a really good therapy session, but you see results and you take action and you see the change happen in your life. And that's the beautiful thing about coaching, is you should be seeing change in your life right away. And if you aren't, then you don't have a good coach, because change should be happening and you should be seeing results right away within coaching. And then if you have any obstacles in your life that are preventing you from living out the desires of your heart, absolutely coaching is for you. And if you want tools and resources, strategies to discover what your true gift is to the world and how to make a difference, then coaching is for you. And many of these reasons are the exact reasons why I hired my first coach, and then why I fell in love with coaching, and why I do that with all of my wholehearted women. And so that is what I have for you tonight. I am so thrilled that you were here with me tonight and that you stuck with me through those technical difficulties. So thank you so much for that. And I really hope that you have an incredible night and that your week goes so incredibly well. And that is all I have for you tonight. Reach out with any questions. I would love to hear them, and I hope this served you tonight.